Did this vintage Kawhi performance change how you view the Clippers going forward in this series?
No. The Clippers still, they have to worry about Denver not playing their game. And Denver plays their game and everybody's consistent. It's hard to beat them. Or here's the difference. Joker has to have a monster game in order for them to win. If he doesn't have a monster game, he has a game he has last night, everybody has to fill the stat sheet. Can't have Aaron Gordon not having a double-double. Can't have Brown not scoring over 17 points. Everybody got to be playing well. And that's the problem with Denver now. Mike Malone used to have that consistency in the playoffs. But now that he's not there, like you said, Mad TV.
So, you are now watching.
So we don't know. We don't know like what to expect when Joker plays like this, and we're like, all right, who's gonna be the X factor, right? And so if he don't have monster games this series, like we said, Zubac just needs to be in the way. If Zubac can be in the way, James Harden or Kawhi Leonard can step up, right? So think about it. Kawhi had a monster game.
39 points.
James played okay.
He had 18, 7 assists, 7 for 17 from the field, 4 for 11. 32,
game,
11, and 6 in game 1.
Solid game between both of them is James with 25, Kawhi with about 33, 32. That's still what they're going to have to do to beat Denver. And I think they can if, they still got Ben Simmons, Norm Powell, like guys who still haven't really played great basketball
I think
yet.
Powell 12 points game 1, 13 points game 2. Zubac double-double in both games.
Fourth quarter, though.
Yeah, and Nunn's playing well. They got a good, solid squad. I mean, just hate for them to fuck it up just on the sense of getting too confident. I think they should stay consistent. I think Denver need to figure it out because they going crazy. But it should be a good series. I see it going 7.
You think it's going to go 7?
Yeah.
It's starting to trend and feel like that. Nuggets got the game 1 win. Clippers bounced back game 2. Both games exciting, went down to the wire. Swaggy, watching game 2.
Oh, man, I got 2 questions. If Kawhi was healthy, would he be like top 3 shooting guards? Is he still top 10 as a small forward? Or is he a shooting guard or small forward?
Small forward.
Is he still top 10? With the career
Ever?
Right, yeah. Small forwards, for sure.
Probably.
And why don't Joker never get the last shot, really? And he's the MVP of the team, of the league.
You put Kawhi over George Gervin?
Iceman? Iceman a small forward?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I thought he was more. Well, yeah, right now.
Put him over Melo? Talk to me. We talking who? You brought it up.
I'm just saying.
You brought it up. Challenge accepted.
That'd be a good battle.
KD?
Top 10. Those KD is like 2, though.
Yeah, we talked about this recently.
Brian,
playoff KD versus playoff Kawhi, but
Paul George, Jimmy Butler.
He's over them.
Over them?
Yeah.
Larry Bird?
No. That's
Dominique Wilkins?
Yeah, he won. He won.
So you go do a stat. We're doing stats.
And
winning out. That's the bag. I just come out that bag whenever it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. He didn't win.
Kawhi, even if he's not in front of him.
About talent.
Even if he's not. That's only 4 people in front of him right now. Scottie Pippen.
Kawhi 2
You
times
put Scottie in front of
him? MVP. Ooh.
I would.
You wouldn't put George Gervin in front of him.
No. So I like Iceman, but
just talking about small forwards.
Two-time champ, 2-time finals leader, 2-time defensive player of the year. I mean, I think Kawhi, that's been always the conversation with Kawhi, is just the health. Only played two games last playoffs, but I think was averaging like 34 points per game in the 2 games that he played.
Paul Pierce, he better than Paul Pierce?
I don't know. The truth is the truth.
We're talking about top 10 too.
But
and you got Mac. We're talking
about
Mac, Melo, KD, Brian.
In his small time in playing, he done more though.
Well, we're not talking about done or doing more. We talking about, that's why I said PG and Jimmy Butler. You're like, oh yeah, he better than them.
Oh yeah, he is.
I think George Gervin doesn't get a lot of love because the ABA career.
But George Gervin's like smaller than me.
But coming to the NBA.
He's like 6'4", 6'5", though, ain't he?
George Gervin is like 6'10".
Hell no. Is he?
Let me look it up. I think like 6'8", 6'9", if I'm
6'9",
not mistaken. But let me.
George Gervin.
6'7".
Big three. That's what I'm talking about.
Fuck.
Is he
6'7".
tall?
That's way off.
6'7".
He's your height. Nigga, you see him every
I know,
weekend.
but that's why I think I'm taller than him. That's why I feel like I'm. Well, he probably shrunk because he's older and shit. So. But Gerv is smooth though. He's smooth.
Small forwards though, man. I don't know, man. Kawhi cool though. He's solid.
They got Rick Barry.
Yeah, George Gervin spent his first 5 seasons in the ABA.
He got to be top 10.
But are you only saying that just because of the baggage he carrying? We talking about short without the bags, man. We shopping when we get here.
But he done it though.
Shop when you get here. What's up? Check up. Ball up top.
There's only 2 people that had a better playoff run than. It's only one person that had a better championship run than Kawhi, and that's Dirk Nowitzki.
Can he duplicate this performance more than once this year in the playoffs?
And that's what it's going to take. But 39 on 15 and 19 shooting, 5 assists.
Yeah, 30.
Getting to his spots. Midi was looking.
Yeah, 30 the night before?
22, I believe.
22.
Oh.
So you off too.
Let me.
Still had 60 in 2 games.
Yeah, solid. All right.
Yeah, 22, but 7 turnovers in that last game. 22 3 steals in game 1. 39, 5 assists, 2 steals in a block. Game
We talking about the Lakers, right?
Huh?
Who
I'm
look
talking
like
about the
the
Lakers
MVP
today.
out there?
some
though?
point. Huh?
Who look like the MVP out there? Is it Dirk or is it Joker or is it Kawhi?
Right now? Yeah. It's 1-1.
It is.
It's 1-1. What was
Joker,
Joker's numbers the first game?
he almost had a triple-double in
Yeah,
game 1.
triple-double last night. But
Had a triple-double last night, was one rebound shy of a triple-double.
What was his point total?
I'll give it to you right now. He
Over
had
30.
he had 29.
29, 12, and 9 rebounds. 29, 12 assists, 9 rebounds.
Joker.
3 steals. 50% from the field.
Right now.
He's not taking that last shot, though. He got Brown and Westbrook.
They making sure he don't take the last shot, though.
He don't want to take
No, he wants to. They making sure he don't take
The coach should design that for him.
So let's talk Kawhi a little bit more. Y'all got into it lightly, but I know you guys don't like what ifs, but let's allow ourselves to think about this for a moment. So Kawhi already put together a Hall of Fame career. That's not disputable, but that career's been marred by injuries. He's missed over 300 regular season games, more than 20 playoff games during his 13-year career. Despite all that, 2-time champ, 2-time Finals MVP, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, and a guy that has gotten knocked a lot recently during his time with the Clippers for injuries. Obviously, only played 2 games in the playoffs. Last season, played 2 games so far. This season comes through and delivers with this 39-point performance after missing, I think, something like 45 games this season, including the first 34 to start the season. There was a lot of concern we talked a lot about on the couch throughout the year.
Yeah, people wrote him off.
Throughout the year, can Kawhi be healthy? He's appeared to be healthy in these first 2 games. But what does Kawhi's career look like without injuries?
Man, shit, he might be giving Braun and stuff around for their money. To me.
You feel like he would be on that level?
For sure. I feel
Top 2 or 3 top player in this generation?
He'd be probably right there underneath me. Without injuries. Be stuck.
So your career without injuries comparable to Kawhi?
Top 2 all time.
You think Kawhi top 2 all time?
He gonna be 3. I said he gonna be right underneath me. Number 3.
Without injury, I think played 733 career regular season games. Like I said, missed over 300.
You'll be in there too, though.
He's missed a lot of games.
Yeah, it's.
Where do you think you'll be, Gil?
I have no idea.
I wish I would have played with a
Missed the
healthy
entire
Gil.
21-22 season.
I would have been.
Yeah, MVP, close to MVP, runner-up MVP. Dang, he was a runner-up?
Yeah, and what?
Toronto?
2016?
15, 16,
Yeah.
San Antonio, then
Finished second that year, third the year after.
Yeah. Oh, that was before the injury, right? That year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Been top 10 5 times.
Yeah.
MVP
I
voting.
mean, it's gonna be a big what if when he's finished. It's not gonna, the history books is not gonna, favor, what he really was.
Yeah, remember that 2016, obviously.
So
Ankle injury.
when he's played, he's been that dude. So And it was one of those things where Hoopers is going to remember who he was and how good he was. So, history books won't, show it.
I mean, for you guys being former Hoopers, just watching Kawhi, his ability to get to his spots.
He can shoot the fucking ball.
So methodical, but hand in his face, whatever's going on.
His shot is pure. Like when you're talking about just pure shooting, I don't think anybody understands how good his shooting is, how great his shooting is. I want to see him in a three-point contest. Like I really want to see him in three-point. It's one of those things where,
it's too mechanical.
I don't give a fuck what it is. That shit just butter. When he lets it go, you be like, oh, that's
it's right here.
He looks like a dude who plays with ankle weights on at the park.
It's
like
so
that level
but he get it done, man. The mechanical Jordan, man. It's the robot Jordan. They made him AI. It's a AI version.
The robot.
Yeah, just. And he plays both sides, bro. That's crazy, yeah.
And then for all three of y'all players who have dealt with injuries in your career, obviously, like we talked about, the knock and criticism around Kawhi is, can he stay healthy? We're seeing a healthy Kawhi so far in this playoff series.
I would love to see him stay healthy all through this whole run. And if they beat Denver,
I got a question.
that changes things, I think.
Is durability a part of the criteria?
In terms of what the GOAT debater when evaluating and
Hall of Fame, all that shit. Availability, durability. Does that count?
Yeah.
So if that counts, right? Brian, 22 years.
longevity,
No crazy injuries, nothing like that, right? Shouldn't we hold those who get injured to a certain standard to take care of their body? Should it be a penalty if it's not a freak injury?
But his came from, his foot under him.
Who?
When they played the Warriors.
The Zaza.
He shot the three and Zaza slid under his ankle.
That wasn't you talking about Kawhi, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't the quad shit that we never found out what it was.
But that's
he was out for 2 years with a quad injury.
But that's where it came from, though.
Do we know?
Yeah,
We'll never
the MVP runner-up.
We'll never know.
But to your point, Shah, by all reports, Kawhi, a dude who lives in the gym.
Yeah.
And you have guys like that, guys like Kobe, right, who work so hard that it leads to kind of some of those devastating injuries just from.
Kobe was always available.
But
that one.
Towards the end, the end of his career.
And that was because of the shoes.
Yeah.
It ain't because he was training wrong or none of that. It's just weird to me that these guys do stay injured, if it's not a freak injury or it's not a chronic injury, something that you just got to deal with. Got to be available. You should be penalized for not being available.
Even Paul George, what happened to his knee was crazy in the Olympics.
The Olympic shit, yeah. But he bounced back.
But that's rare to bounce back when your whole knee was tore off. Shit.
So
John Livingston bounced back.
After 2 years, though.
So using that logic.
Never missed another mid-range.
For the rest of his career. But using that logic, a guy like KD, obviously suffers a torn Achilles, has come back and put up numbers comparable, and some might say even better, to before the injury. When we've seen how devastating an injury like that can be to players' careers, especially at this point and stage in his career. But
like guys like Embiid and little knick-knack Bradley Beal for 30 games, 15 games, and like those little things were like, yo, come on, man. Like even the knick-knack, you playing at 60%. That's some Warrior shit. But if you hurt, you hurt. If you injured, you injured. Go heal up, but goddamn play, be available. Can't be asking for the pie. You don't eat the meal, you're just showing up for dessert and shit.
So back to Kawhi, 15 and 19 in that game, only had one dunk. Everything else, I'm just saying, one dunk layup in that game, everything else. Threes, middies, getting to a spot. When you talk about just his ability to score on a basketball court, how impressive is that to y'all?
I mean, it's also for shooting. I mean, like his mid-range is fucking 99, 100. right? It seems like, really there's not a lot of people who can affect his, his shot once he decides to release it. It's all fingertip and touch, I mean, it doesn't look pretty. His game doesn't look pretty. It's not a sexy game, right? It is robotic. It does look like it hurts, right?
I mean, maybe not pretty to the average fan.
No, it's not pretty to nobody. I don't give a fuck who you is. It's not pretty. It's just all robotic. Between the legs, how he gets to it, how he starts. The only thing that looks pretty is when it goes in. You're like, God damn. Just, so the fact
like
that
stiff hardened.
The fact that he continually shows that this is what he does. Kawhi is Kawhi. You can't judge him against anybody else because his game is just different. He gets it done and it's the product. God damn it! You said you wanna ace. Don't ask me how I got to it. God damn it! Here it is, and that's his game. And he delivers every time he does step on that court.
Yeah, man.
You agree?
Kawhi, top 10. Small forwards all time. Straight out of LA. You got two, Paul Pierce and Kawhi. Maybe three, shit.
No. Inland Empire, that counts?
We let it count.
We let it count. All right, Riverside is...
We don't go that way, but...
It's not my cup of tea. I'm not gonna lie. Said he was all right the first time, man. Said Kawhi was all right the first time. He cool, man. Let it go.
He cool?
He putting your joker out, your MVP. Ain't that your MVP? Where was that at?
He only has 14.
Triple-double.
Damn.
Huh?
I said he only has 14,000 points? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you just talking about the games missed. It's, I think, more than 4 seasons worth of games.
Yeah.
He's done a lot in a short period of time, I can tell you that.
But let's get back to the series quickly. So Clippers flipped home court on the Nuggets in the series.